Jobs are available in the Chargers secondary. The Lakers still insist that they can keep LeBron James to under 30 minutes a game. And no, fake news. It's not just for the UCLA football coaching staff. Hell no. USC gets some fake news of its own. Good morning. I'm James. This is your daily dose of sports and snark for the greatest sports city in the world, Los Angeles. This is the faithful Angelenos morning report. So yes, the cold meds, I feel kind of better, but I still sound like Bobby Brady. That's my tough luck. It is November 22nd, 2023. We have added new subscribers to the Angeleno Familia. We are at an all-time high. And thank you for helping me build something for LA. Do you like being in the know about LA sports? Then clickety-clack the like button. Clickety-clack the subscribe button. There's a notification bell. Hit that. It'll let you know when we drop new content. Sharing is caring. Let people know we exist. And by all means, comment because I like hearing from you guys. Keeps me from being lonely. Before we go through the news and notes, a look at the scoreboard. Yesterday, Anthony Davis scored 26 points. LeBron James passed 39,000 career points. And the Lakers advance out of group play for the in-season tournament / cynical cash grab, a 131-99 victory over Utah. Meanwhile, Sebastian Mack scored 16 points for UCLA. They defeat Chaminade 76-48 in the Maui Invitational. Meanwhile, today, Dallas is at the Lakers at 7:30. The Clippers are at San Antonio at 5:30, and 11th ranked Gonzaga plays UCLA at 11 a.m. This is the 5th place game in the Maui Invitational, and it's a lot like my daddy told me. Son, do your best. Do whatever it takes to make sure you finish 5th. But let's go to the news. You may have heard of the gig economy. You know, there's all kinds of opportunities out there thanks to the Biden administration. You could drive for Uber. You could deliver DoorDash. And you know what? It is now time to update your profile on Indeed.com because you too might have a job in the Chargers secondary. Now, statistically, it's not hard to understand why. They've allowed quarterbacks to throw for more than 300 yards a game in half of their games this year. They've allowed 20 more pass yards per game than any other team in the league. And as previously noted, Brandon Staley isn't blaming himself for this. Hell no. He's blaming the players without saying he's blaming the players. Now keep in mind, they already got rid of cornerback J.C. Jackson because he wasn't getting with the program. Staley said that he wants to get, quote, the right combination of players out there that will execute consistently, unquote. When asked if he was thinking about a particular player whose job in jeopardy, Staley then added, quote, it's fair to say that there's going to be a lot of competition in the secondary. The entire secondary. Just trying to find the right combination of guys back there, unquote. Now, Staley indicated that Derwin James could be the so-called star player moving forward. The star player, for those of you who don't know too much about the way the Chargers run defense, it's basically a bigger nickel back. The guy can play close to the line of scrimmage. He could theoretically cover tight ends, maybe even blitz the quarterback. When Staley was the defensive coordinator of the Rams, Jalen Ramsey was the star. He wasn't just simply a lockdown corner on one side of the field or the other. Jasir Taylor was the poor bastard who last held the star position, so he might be on the outs. This makes James the third guy to play that position this year. But it's not simply a question of who plays the star. Michael Davis, for example, missed a tackle on a game-winning drive for Green Bay last weekend. That turned into a 35-yard gain. Asante Samuel committed pass interference on a 3rd and 20 on that very same drive that gave the Packers an automatic first down. So there's problems up and down the Chargers secondary. It's either the players or the coaching staff. And Staley is not pointing any fingers at himself. The thing about the Chargers, and I'm about to tell you something that you already know. I love telling people things they already know. It makes our job so much easier, right? They're just mid. I'm not even trying to clown the team. You look at the record, it's mid. You look at the stats, You put them together, they're half a team. Terrific offense. What's up with the defense? You balance it out, it's mid. They should be better. They're mid. They're butterface, right? They're a butterface. I don't know how else to say it to you, other than to agree that it's something that you already know if you're a Chargers fan. The Athletic surveyed players on a variety of topics and has discovered that one of the game's greatest trash talkers is Chargers wide receiver Keenan Allen. And I got to admit that threw me, but, quote, big time bleep talker. It's nonstop, unquote. I've never liked Keenan Allen more in my life than after I heard that. Now, don't get me wrong. The winner of the biggest trash talker in the league is some safety in Detroit. But I have to tell you, I had no idea about Keenan Allen. I mean, I do remember one time he trashed the Raiders secondary in a game and he called them barbecue chicken. But I thought he just lifted that line from Shaquille O'Neal. I had no idea Keenan Allen actually lived that life, right? When I hear the name Keenan Allen, I envision a dude in a smoking jacket, holding a snifter of brandy, sitting in a velvet chair next to a roaring fireplace. I didn't think Keenan Allen would be battle rapping on 8 Mile. Keenan Allen, supreme trash talker. I didn't know. I once went to the Evel Knievel Museum in Kansas. Yes, there is such a thing as an Evel Knievel Museum. They had every exhibit. It included a little drawing board, which pointed to every bone that Evel Knievel broke during that jump. And I really am starting to feel like they need to do the same thing with Joey Bosa. Because when Bosa injured his right foot Sunday in Green Bay, I was unaware that he had already had surgery to that right foot. No idea. So he gets carted off the field, towel over his face, possibly hiding tears. And I don't want to clown the guy that hard because, for all I know, it's extremely physically painful. But the reason that we are pretty optimistic that it's not catastrophic is x-rays were negative on breaks. X-rays were negative on muscle tears, hence the diagnosis of a foot sprain. Now, he could still be out for 4 weeks, but theoretically, that gives him a couple of weeks toward the end of the season to come back and play. LeBron James played only 24 minutes last night because the Lakers beat the living hell out of Utah. They didn't need him. We've been discussing how the Lakers have not stuck to their promise to limit the time that LeBron James is on the court this year. Sources told ESPN that the plan remains to limit James's minutes to 30 per game. The roster just has to get healthy first. So the question becomes, when the hell is this team going to be healthy? Or is that report just a little sketch, right? Jared Vanderbilt hasn't played at all this year. I totally get that part. But if Darvin Ham came out and said, look, maybe 30 is a little bit too drastic, maybe 33, 35, I think most people would live with that. I really do. Meanwhile, for his part, James is harping on this I can beat down Father Time thing, just like last year with those silly little ads with Jason Momoa. James took to Instagram, posted some stats from a game, and added the comment, quote, "But I just came here to make movies, though. Ain't that what y'all said?" unquote. To which I would reply, I didn't say that at all. Check the receipts. I said you came here because it looks better to the Chinese, where you sell more shoes with Nike. But I would also add, I didn't think you came here for being a Hollywood guy either, because I saw Space Jam 2. Seriously, dude, I saw Space Jam 2. You did not come here to make movies. If Bugs Bunny can't even give you an assist, your acting isn't going to be helped by anything, right? They couldn't get people to see a LeBron James movie if they resurrected Humphrey Bogart, Marilyn Monroe, and Heath Ledger. It's not happening. We get that. Still like you in purple and gold, though. I know I love the sound of my voice too right now, by the way. A blogger for Utah football claims that USC has offered the defensive coordinator gig to Utes DC Morgan Staley, but Staley turned the job down. I don't buy this report. I don't. I don't for a variety of reasons. In sports, you do not seek to hire people who already have the same job. It's called a lateral move. You don't do lateral moves in sports. The program would not allow you to speak to that guy if it's a lateral move that automatically. You could theoretically go, hey guys, when the season is over, we'd like to talk to your linebackers coach about a promotion. That happens. But during the season, while there are games, you really expect USC to just go and pluck a coach from another team during the regular season? Nobody's heard of tampering. Nobody's heard of it? Yeah, I doubt it. I'm sorry, fake news. Again, if you're offering somebody a promotion from a position coach to defensive coordinator, that's a story that I would buy. But not defensive coordinator to defensive coordinator. No, fake news. You're going to hear a lot of false rumors about the coordinator gig, by the way, at USC. That's one fake story I just laid out for you. The blogger who hyped Staley also tagged in his article a blue check on Twitter as a source who claimed that the Trojans would make a hire by the end of the week. So I'm like, okay, who is this guy claiming that the Trojans are making a hire by the end of the week? The dude's profile doesn't even claim that he writes USC Sports. All it says is that he went to journalism school in Indiana. What does that tell you? I mean, seriously. I worked as an actual sports writer for 25 years for daily newspapers up and down California, and I'm posting YouTube clips in my kitchen. So who the hell am I and who the hell is he, right? Stop it. Just because you have a journalism degree, you too can drive for Lyft. I don't care. Journalism degrees, you can wipe your butt with them for all they're worth right now. You may as well, seriously, a journalism degree right now is worth about as much as, it is worth about as much as your ethnic studies degree. You are either Ibram X. Kendi or you are out of a job. It's straight and simple. There are not that many journalism jobs right now. You always hear about the cold-blooded nature of player transactions in the NFL, right? Crypto has more stability right now than a job in the NFL. The Rams waived Darrell Henderson Jr. when they brought back Kyren Williams. Now, Henderson won a Super Bowl in LA a couple of years ago. Now they've cut him twice. He did score a couple of touchdowns in his latest stint with the Rams, caught 10 passes in 4 games. But Royce Freeman turned out to be the better rusher. Henderson only carried the ball for 112 yards in 46 attempts. That's not even 3 yards in a try. Now, a week ago, we did start keeping tabs on where the Rams and Chargers might draft since they both appear to be slipping. With the victory on Sunday, the Rams now hold the 10th pick in the NFL draft. On the plus side, they also have a 14% chance of making the playoffs. So, baby steps. Baby steps. We already knew that the Bruins football team is pretty damn good at rushing the quarterback. I spent a Friday night in front of this whiteboard back here a few weeks ago detailing how the UCLA front gets to the quarterback without the blitz. But something I did not appreciate is how stout the Bruins are against the run. UCLA has the number 1 rushing defense in all of college football, and it's not even close. They concede just 64.6 yards per game. That's incredible. That is insanely good. Number 2, by the way, is Tulane, which has allowed 77.7. So in other words, for the Bruins not to wind up being the number 1 rush defense in college football, What are they going to have to allow? More than 100 plus yards to whoever Tulane plays next? Then whoever, I apologize. Again, I'm trying to get over a cold. But you can get the gist. Russell Westbrook said that although he's coming off the bench for the Clippers, he's, quote, actually not sure if the job has changed. Quote, there's no conversation, just go and do whatever is best for the team, and that's it, unquote. And I tell you this not because it's earth-shattering news, but because you give Russell Westbrook credit. It took a while for the message to sink in that maybe he's not the same player that he was in his 20s. But he's been a team guy. He's been a team guy. He just had a bad stop with the Lakers. But you let me know what you think in the comments thread. Tell me what you would do with the Chargers secondary. Do you believe that LeBron James at some point will consistently be held to 30 minutes a night? And if you enjoyed the content, don't forget to subscribe to Faithful Angelenos. We're talking LA sports every single day here. Thank you for watching. I'm James. We'll be back tomorrow. Faithful Angelenos is a Kian Corte El Queso production. Take care.